Hope you're well. I just wanted to come on here and do a little recap of everything that has happened with the brand in the past few months. Black Friday we released Fall Winter 24 collection titled Infrasound. The highlight of that collection I believe was the creased leather jacket, our terrain leather jacket. This is a size 1. As you can see, we have the Sachraga made in New York tag right here. This is a full Lampo, number 5, size 5, zipper with the poles being like this matte silver rectangle with a little divot. 2-way zip. Interior lining is a tensile twill from Italy. Really supple. Very pricey addition on top of the zippers, and the fact that the leather is all purchased from Italy. They hand crease all of it. Very extensive, manually intensive process. But then it was sent back to us and we started on the jackets. The leather workshop that we use does most of the leather samples for a lot of the big names in New York, Helmut Lang being one of them. But yeah, it's like top tier, top of the line. You can't really get any better. Everything is beautiful. All the seams are perfect. Everything is really just perfect. These arched seams on the front, these welt pockets with the tensile twill lining, and in the back is this arched column kind of in the back that goes up to the collar, and then 2 more darts on the side, and then this panel right here, and the column kind of just goes right in between it. So more Lampo zips on the sleeve, and this is a size 1. So. Right now we're just trying to keep putting out content for you guys in order to show exactly how this stuff looks on body, because I feel like although what was produced for Fall Winter 24 was intriguing and it was like very compelling and very attention grabbing, conceptually it was there. We were able to kind of communicate this idea of frequencies that can't be heard below 20 hertz. With a leather jacket, we were bringing out the texture and the sounds that it creates and adding sound effects and really bringing out those sound effects that we were miking while we were creating the video. We were recording the sounds that it was making. This was our first time doing leather, so we had our leather pieces at the forefront. That is what people had been waiting for so long, especially the jacket. And then the belt was kind of a late ad that we decided to pursue, and we were able to get it out in time. And we had the fringe. The fringe was a texture that was different from our loose gauge, which made up a lot of last year and the year before. We'll be producing a couple new concepts to show that and highlight those pieces more. Fringe knit, that was something that was kind of looked over because it wasn't shown in the collection very much, but then the people who have seen it and then the content that's trickling in now has kind of communicated it a little bit better, and you'll come to see how amazing of a material it is that we were able to source it from a vintage turtleneck and or something similar, and then we were able to find like a similar fabric, and we made a cardigan. We hid the placket as we did on the leather jacket, and we did on the shell jacket and the moto jacket. We always are hiding the plackets to kind of like not to say we'll do that forever, but it's something that we've done commonly. A lot of things are concealed, especially with like the shell jacket that we released last January that we're going to be releasing again in December. We hid all the pockets, so like there was a big zipper track and the purpose was to hide everything. Same with the sleeve, there's a big zipper track. The purpose was to hide the pockets, the arm, and the body. And same with the cargos. Everything was hidden in the actual pant. It's functionality, but it's hidden. And same with the moto jacket. There's that rain guard pocket, which was inspired by like vintage trench coats. In the World War days, the barrel was of these rifles, these long rifles, was actually tucked into the rain guard. If there was like inclement weather, rain wouldn't affect or wouldn't like go down the barrel and like affect the gun. It's not for that purpose, but we decided to take that rain guard element, put a pocket a patch pocket underneath it, so it's a hidden pocket underneath this patch, and it can be buttoned up or down. And we'll probably introduce that similar pocket design in other garments. We have like this semi-tailored suit coming out later this year that we're still in the sampling phase with. So we hope to like do a lot of that, bring a lot of those similar ideas to those pieces as well, and not just like stop it there and move on. I think the collection was very well perceived. I'm so happy with the amount of support that we received, especially on the leather pieces, and the Circuit Moto 2-piece was a smash hit, I think, because people love the black jeans. We probably will not be, I'm looking at the stock that we have right now, we probably will not be doing those again after this time. If we do, we're going to strip down the seams, simplify it completely, and then give it out again. I think that we're aging, and we're, this is a concept that, say, I was into a couple of years ago, and I just didn't like how the current jeans that were semi-similar to that were fitting or looking, and I kind of wanted to do something a little similar, more like tailored to something I would wear, and I was wearing them very frequently, and I still do. But I think that, for a lot of people who aren't into all those details, it's nice to have like a stripped down version as well. But we have a couple other denim SKUs that we're sampling right now. A big theme in this next year, in this 2025 year, even though it's late February already, natural disaster is kind of like a overarching concept. The brand is based off of a mountain in upstate New York. I don't really speak to this much, but I don't really speak much at all about any of this stuff. But anyways, all the branding, all the logos, everything is all based around the topographic map of this mountain. I was born and raised in upstate New York, grew up hiking in the Adirondacks. Sachraga is the mountain, it's one of the high peaks. It's a mountain called Sachraga, which means dismal wilderness. Sachraga is a cut version of that, so it's more of like just a wilderness kind of name, title. I have never told any of the public this, so the topographic map lives on all of our boxes, lives on the size tags for now, will live on the leather patches for our new denim that's now being produced in Japan. So it'll be Japanese, all of it will be pretty much Japanese selvage denim with a Italian leather back patch that is embossed in New York City. It's easier to achieve better design when the quality is there. That is what I found with sampling. I highly recommend all brands to entertain this, because the more you push your quality standards, the better your samples are going to turn out. The more unrealistic ideas that you had in the past will be able to be achieved. Now, it's going to cost a fortune. You'll be able to reach them. So yeah, that's a bit of a sneak peek into what we have coming. I'm working on a bag, hopefully, to get out this year. Really excited about some of the outerwear that we have coming in the fall. But in the meantime, I know a lot of people have wanted a trouser, which is next up, with a bit of a detail. Hopefully it's enjoyed and well perceived, but it's the perfect fitting wide leg trouser made of like a wool blend twill. It's super breathable. It's not like a super lightweight sheer fabric, but it's a good weight. And then we have our tees coming as well, our Braille tees. Finally, everybody's been like asking about those too. Those are all going to be made in Japan. So, and we finally approved both samples, so we're just waiting to shoot them and order them. I'm going to visit Japan in May, so I'm hoping to go over there and like view our facilities and be able to inspect our collection basically before it ships to us. So that's something I'm super excited about as well. Other launches that are coming, we are finally tweaking the shell short that released this last year. That has been like a fan favorite for a while now. And we are doing a longer iteration. We're not going to do the short one this year. I'm sorry if you missed out. We have a few extra size 2s and 3s still in stock from last year, but I think we're gonna bypass the shorter version this year for a season, and then build up this longer version SKU, which I think the longer one is kind of more wearable with like from like an athletic and like outfit perspective, I think, and it has an extra zipper on the back too, so which widens it. So anybody with like thicker thighs, they'll be able to like everything will be able to be contained or let out to be a little bit more comfortable. And then we wanted to introduce a different color, but our supplier, it's becoming a very difficult topic. We kind of, with this particular supplier where our facility that helps us construct these shell garments, like exclusively our shell things. It's like a very performance driven factory in the mountains, so more of a remote location, so it's a different process. Sourcing this white fabric is a little bit different. We have the black on hand, we have a lot of meters of the black, doing a different colorway, which we wanted to push like a kind of like a off-white tan, just like a white off-white colorway. This year I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. I might have to wait till next year, so we'll let you know. But yeah, that's a lot of what's coming. I don't want to tease too much else because we're still waiting to approve samples and figure out everything. We're hoping to also do another pop-up experience, or not another, the first. When I used to do denim glasses, my old curation, which is I'm trying to revamp now, so be on the lookout. A lot of women's wear, but be on the lookout. When I used to run that brand, I did this pop-up experience in Chelsea one time next to Come Your Salon, and the turnout was great, and it was it was a lot of fun. I need to be able to do that again with Sachraga, and I think it would be a pretty good turnout. I'm just still trying to get an idea of like where the local community is for Sachraga, whether we have like a big local presence, or because a lot of our orders come from like Germany, Japan, France, Hawaii is a big one. I don't know why. It's all over the world, and then like a huge LA presence, I feel, and then everything in between as well. So I just want to know like who is here, who's gonna be here, who would come out here if that was the case. If you're like from Jersey or Connecticut or Pennsylvania, would you want to see like a new collection at the pop-up? Would you want to see just like past season stuff to like try on for once? Because I know we've never offered like any sort of try on consultation, like in person thing before, and we still don't accept any appointments or anything like that. We're just not in a position to do something like that. So yeah, I would love to know what is preferred. That's pretty much that. What I was gonna say is if we do a pop-up or in-person experience, shopping experience, we will have a full size run these jackets at the store, so anybody will be able to try them on and then decide if they want to purchase. Thank you for everything. Hopefully I can do this more often. Now it's great to be able to talk to the people, and yeah.